What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classic Line blog. I'm in between a day full of phone calls, but I had to do this really quickly. And later tonight, we'll have on Andy Buys Houses and Miss C Notes from giving us a recap of the boot camp and also talking about future real estate and building in Florida and all that good stuff. Now, you see the title, you see it, and what happened is earlier today. I want to address two things, right? First things first, we've all seen the McDonald's commercial inspired fake frenzy on the internet. And I want to be very clear. When I grew up, I have a family full of uncles. I have 20 boy cousins. I have an older brother, younger brother. And they always said to us, it's a way to say things. It's not how you say it, it's how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say. And at times men are a softer ego. You have to say things a nicer way, honey. You just can't say it any old kind of way. And growing up, I used to think that was funny, but I look now on the internet and I see majority of people weren't mad about buying kids food for the whole kids. There were several men who said, I would buy kids food for all the kids, but she got to talk respectful to me. Various comments where people said, she's got to talk to me a certain way. And what a lot of women, some of the older women said, if the woman actually had some skills about her and could talk in a very feminine way, he might have bought a pizza for all the kids. He might have bought something for all the kids. My whole argument to the conversation was they're poor. He's poor. He doesn't have a place to live. His car is 20 years old. If he could take his kid, he probably would. They're in a bad situation. And people say, well, she's poor, Erica. She's unfit, Erica. And I say, okay, here we go with the crying. The state and the government don't want that man to win. Like, stop. It's pathetic. What my point to all that was is this man, congrats, kudos to him. I don't know if he wanted her to get down on the ground and kiss his feet and thank him. Thank you for buying a $5 Happy Meal. You didn't have to do it, brother, but you did. I don't know what he expected out of that scenario. But the point I'm trying to get across to many of y'all is he doesn't have full-time custody of his kid. He has a vehicle to drive places. He spent 5 times trying to get her to get this kid so he can go take the kid to go eat. That man's time would be better spent working 12 to 15 hours a day. Working 12 to 15 hours a day, improving his life in the next year. And this is something that at this point in our society, you can't even say. How dare you tell someone they should go to work? In the comments section, and I know I post my post to public, so it could be anybody. It doesn't have to just be Classic Climbers responding. We get a lot of angry folks. How dare you, Erica? How do you start from scratch? Now listen, there's two types of people. There's people who generally are asking a question. All right. Two types. They're asking a question to genuinely learn, genuinely know, how do I fix something? How do I improve? And then there's somebody that's just asking because they're looking to be scammed. Let's just be very clear. Why are all these scams happening everywhere? Because people are looking to be scammed. They're looking to put their money in something, do no work, and get 10x, 20, 30, 40x returns. That doesn't happen anywhere in society. Anywhere. And your legal team ought to let you know that. But they don't, right? Now, 9 times out of 10, this is the thing. I want to educate people. I want them to know what's up. But let me tell you, 99% of every mortgage loan opportunity out there for you to get into real estate and be an investor, right, is going to require you to have 2 years documentation of you working, W-2 or 1099. None of this under the table stuff, none of this not documented stuff, because it comes back to bite you. There are 3 ways these banks and many of these smaller institutions I showed you yesterday and are approving you and qualifying you. Okay. Your credit score, right? Your job history, okay? And your ability to repay, okay? Now you're gonna say, well, Erica, wait a minute, you said job history, ability. Let me be very clear. These are 3 separate things. You can have a high credit score, no job history, no real ability to pay. It don't matter. You're not getting $100,000 credit cards in one swipe from a high credit score. That's a lie. Now, let's say you have all 3. The world is your oyster, baby. Go crazy. But what you're going to have to learn is somewhere in this 3, the credit score, the ability to repay, and your job history is going to get your foot in the door. Part of why I talk about these 3 things I was once turned down for a business loan because the guy said, you have no history of doing that. I said, what? You have no history of doing that. Unless you come back to me and show me you're partnering with somebody and that it has a history of doing it, I will not give you this loan. I said, damn, what's up with that? But he's right. Many of you are trying to leapfrog over experience, tackling work, working with someone, working under someone. I get it. A lot of you are like, Erica, I want to be free. I don't want to work for nobody. I want to have them. Cool. I understand that. And time freedom is a beautiful thing that many of you were exposed to with the pandemic. But at the end of the day, if I cannot qualify you on piece of paper somewhere, you cannot leapfrog to the next level. You cannot leapfrog. I know it's a desire. It's being sold everywhere on the internet that you're going to start these Torino business, these Airbnb businesses. You're going to lie on documentation. You're going to lie on these credit card apps and do all this stuff. I'm not here to sell you that. Right? I'm just not going to sell you that. There are so many times I meet other entrepreneurs and business owners who make a lot of money, have a bad credit score, can't get approved for a house. I didn't want to name this lender because it's just like in the cut, but it's a lender out of Houston. And somebody just already started talking about it. They give loans to business owners who've been in business for 3 years, who can show they make big money, got a bad credit score, no problem. You're going to have to put 10 to 30% down on a house. I know 2 business owners back to back, young men, and they just said they had to do it. They put $70,000 down on a house in Houston near Katy. The other one put $70,000 down on a house in San Antonio. I thought that was the craziest thing I've ever heard because they make all this money. What's the problem? It requires those 3 for you to be qualified. When people want to skip past steps, that's how they get in the scams. That's how they get in these bad situations. That's how they get to blaming other people. There's a guy up there in in Philly. Somebody was saying he's a scammer. And I laughed because I said, no, if you actually listen to what the people said, they signed documents, they lied on applications, and they did fraudulent activity. So everything apart the claiming he's a scam, they scammed too. They were lying on federal documentation. And so a lot of people out here are trying to sell you that everybody's out here scamming and getting over people. Again, you can't be scammed unless you were looking for a scam. That's not realistic conversation. That's why I laugh when I hear it. These are people looking to put $500 into something and they're going to get back $20,000. No, I'm sorry. Jane Morrison never said that. And I don't know where you got that. $500 times 8% is $40. Anybody with a damn calculator and a brain could have told you that. Your 8-year-old in your family could have told you that. A 6-year-old going to kindergarten, 1st grade could have told you that. So a lot of what we have out here is people not being realistic. Now you're gonna say, Erica, you didn't talk about the title. Okay, there was a white man on the side of the highway. He's erratic. He's crying. He's saying, I can't afford this. If you told me I can't afford it, I please, you're hurting me. He's like, you're not helping people. You're not nice. And now he's erratic. So I'm like, is he drunk? Is he, what's going on? And I realized, no, that's just someone who's in the last throes of financial chaos before they become homeless. That's what it was. That's what we were watching. So I said, people in the comments like, no, you need to watch the full video. So, I like going to watch the full video. I'm one of them people. Okay. Please shoot me, crime, whatever. I want to watch the full video so I can be like, y'all are liars. So I go type in the video and on my screen pulls up 30 stories in a row of tow truck drivers being shot, tow truck drivers being beat up, tow truck drivers getting their teeth knocked out, tow truck drivers fighting people in their yard, tow truck drivers doing all this crazy stuff, repo man fighting people. By the time you're fighting the repo man in your yard, there were a bunch of steps that were skipped. Again, why did I think the dude that wrote the book Debt Cures went to jail? I think he went to jail because he was telling too many people how to get around. He said, man, if you put $100 on your mortgage or your car payment, you attempted to pay and they can't repo your stuff. Now, this is in 2008, 2009. The guy, Kevin Trudeau, made, I think, was it $58 million off infomercials selling books? And they got him on some BS, but they got him, right? American Greed story. Go look it up for yourself. And I tell people to this day, I think he was arrested because he prevented and probably stopped millions of people from being foreclosed or their car being taken. by telling them what was in their documentation, what they didn't read in their paperwork. Their paperwork said if you're attempting to pay in the middle of a recession, in the middle of the Great Recession of 2008, 2009, they could not take your vehicle. They could not take your home. So all of a sudden, these people are out here writing $100 checks every month, keeping their homes, keeping their houses. But that required them to what? Read the documentation. Now you're going to say, Erica, $100 isn't a lot. It's not. It's not. Somebody in the comments, and I'm not disrespecting anybody. Again, y'all keep saying I'm on here disrespecting y'all, and I know what it is. I know what it is, and I'm going to address that. It's not the $100. It's your mindset. Where is your mindset at? Is your mindset on abundance, creating opportunity for yourself? Or is your mindset on somebody should give this to me? Somebody should save me. Somebody should help me. Somebody should come take this burden off me. That's why you want me to say it nice. Because you already know you got to go to work. You already know you got to get 2 years worth of pay stubs and tax returns to qualify for some of this housing opportunity. Whether it's NACA putting no money down, USA putting no money down. There's over 5,000 programs to help you buy a house. You don't want to hear that though, because that requires you to be accountable. That requires you to look at your situation. And a lot of people don't want to look at their situation. I know that's the truth, and that's okay. Why do I get such shade and disrespect on this channel? One, I'm fluffy. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm overweight, right? But I just watched 20 different Black men that were overweight, obese, breathing heavy, can't walk, get lots of respect on the internet for very generic, basic information. Why? Because we have this desire in our community, like everybody's community, to have strong men talking about points. And you better say it to me in a way I like. So this is what's really getting him 500 and several other folks caught up on the internet, because they're telling you what you want to hear. They're telling you what you like to hear in a way that, my ears, I can get over. I own paperwork. I can do this little trick stuff and have a whole new life and get a Hellcat. Omni and the Hellcat. Dude's not dumb. He's not. But he did something that was in the gray area. Again, a lot of folks want to hear it. Come, I kiss your ass. I'm not here to kiss your ass. I am thick, but you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. I can run that straight. If a dog started chasing me now, baby, I'm a beat you. My turn to be working, I'm gonna beat you. That dog about to hit you, but not hit me, okay? I can outrun a pit bull. If I got to, baby, the energy will come up. But that's the problem. You want, I'm just gonna go there. I'm not picking on her. I think she does great work. Her name is Kenzie. Kenzie something. She has a terrible voice. I'm sorry, baby. Your voice is horrendous. Name's Kenzie. And she's half naked in all her videos talking to y'all about financial information. I'm sorry, I'm not putting titties out every video to talk about financial information so that you can get it. I get it. You want to hear it in a way that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? That's what you want. That's what you want. You want people, to kiss your ass and tell you you're a special snowflake and anything is possible. Anything is possible. No, I'm not going to lie to you. Anything is not possible. I put the video out. If your parents are poor, you will be poor. And so many people in the comments like, well, I know people who did well. That is the definition of an outlier, sir. That's the definition. If there's a book called The Compound Effect and Outlier books, go pick them up. They studied poor Black and brown children. They studied them that were smart, super bright, geniuses. They studied white kids that were not even that bright. And what ended up happening is they started tracking them for 20 years. Guess what? The wealthier kids did better. This isn't a phenomenon. This whole dream that, if I'm going to have these kids and be in the project, but they're going to be different. They're going to be a unique unicorn. Stop. This stuff is dangerous. It's wearing people out. When I saw that video with that McDonald, I said, I feel sorry for all 4 of those kids in that house. They're destined to juvenile detention and jail. Well, Erica, you never know. Erica, daddy could turn it around 180. He can get a job. He can do, baby. It starts up here. If the mama and daddy can't even get together and say, baby, instead of spending $5 on this, can you just get a large pizza from Little Caesars and every kid will get a slice of pizza? 2 slices of pizza. Oh, even better, won't you go get me $1 pack of noodles, a $2 can of sauce, and $5 hamburger meat, and I can go make spaghetti for everybody, and you can eat too while you out here and visit your kid. This is how you know. This is how you know. Right? This is how you know. And you have to understand. Listen, y'all cracking me up, call me Tickums. Listen, I don't have no problems. I'm on boo vacation with my boo in July, so I don't really, I don't care what y'all say. He didn't care. He wanted it. So what I want you to understand is the thought process here, that there's got to be some miracle way for me to get around hard work. There's got to be a miracle way for me to get around building something up, creating abundance. Why am I talking about building real estate? Because the math, if you actually use the calculators I talk about, the math doesn't make sense for buying some of the properties out here. They just don't. Whether you go Airbnb them or not, the math doesn't make sense. The math makes sense for the builder. The builder about to walk away with a grip. And when these builders can't walk away with a grip, guess what they're going to do? Cash out refi. And then they're going to turn around and do what? Rent these things out, Airbnb, nurses, long-term tenants. They're going to do all that. These builders aren't going to, what about these builders? They're going to lose their shirts. They're not. Any man that does any type of building, let me be careful. Any man that has blue collar level skills for the next 10 years is going to be on the rise. He is going to have so much money in his pocket. You're going to see him somewhere covered in dirt and be like, I want you. This is the future. I am telling y'all this now. People who are in healthcare, they live in a whole different life. They're only going to partner with each other. 3 of the women I know that are engineers married men from their jobs. And so they got a household where they both making 180, 160. You can't, your children won't compete with those people's kids. Those people can go over there and pay $70,000 to get an IVF and have a baby. You can't. And they'll keep on having their life and they'll be just fine. If 75 million Americans are making $35,000 a year or less, your problem is not morals. Your problem is not that women don't want to act right. Your problem is not the society. Your problem is not the housing crisis. Problem is you don't make enough money. And instead of investing 5 to 6 hours a night on these channels, arguing with people that give you solutions, it would be in your best interest to say, what is the next step? What is a job I can take that will take me up an extra $30,000 a year? Because this is simply the argument from yesterday. Well, these people can't buy homes because then they won't be able to move if they're underwater in these asinine scenarios that will never happen. But Black people got to give you the most unrealistic scenario of something happening to them. No, let me tell you the best scenario. You work in a job. You keep applying for other jobs so you get more and more raises, because you don't get your pay increase at your current job. You get it when you move jobs. Your job can only bump you up 3% maybe, but you can go switch over there and that company's going to give you an extra $15,000, extra $10,000 so they can be competitive in the marketplace. This is building your way to wealth. Why? And again, if the documents come in later today, I'll be able to do the video tonight or tomorrow for the land in Cranberry. Again, going to buy land for $19,000. Going to build a property on it, a unique one. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I'm gonna tell you my secret. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. Most of y'all ain't gonna do nothing with it. That's why I love telling y'all this, because y'all not gonna do nothing with it. Okay, and I'm gonna build A-frames. Why A-frames? And I'm gonna put maple cherries trees, 5-year-old ones that have some growth to them around it. Why? People love A-frame cabins, but people ain't got no A-frame cabin drive to the woods 3 states away money. But if you can have that A-frame here in Texas with a maple tree that changes color in the fall, they can get their Instagram life on. They can get their mimicked micro-sized Instagram life on. And A-frames are not as expensive as a whole house. Okay? So, gotta wrap this up, but I just want to make that very clear. You're going to have to create the wealth. You're going to have to create it. Housing is short. They've got bidding wars on apartments. You're like, Erica, they're building too many apartment buildings. This is true. But guess where they're going to have building wars on? These houses. People don't want their kids raised in apartments. They want to be in a house. They can't afford to buy it, right? Because they're not in a position. They won't sacrifice and change jobs or change situations. I want to do what I love. I only accept I do what I love from people who work with children, daycares, nurses, teachers, and chefs. But even then, I'm tough on chefs because I'm like, you can make outside money, so I don't want to hear that. But again, there's no, listen. Companies like BlackRock are buying trailer park homes, mobile home parks. If you think you are just so smart that you're going to be smarter than BlackRock, nah, man. See, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build this over here. Listen, stop. You aren't smarter than the Wall Street level, Ivy League school educated, knee deep in money executives at BlackRock. You're not. And they're investing very simple, tangible things. So when I get on here and y'all want to argue with me, I'm like, the simple, tangible thing is to own the land. What is Bill Gates doing? What is Oprah doing? What are all these people doing? Buying land, making the land make money for them. There's going to be a boom, and I'm going to talk about it in my speech when I go to Panama. Hopefully they'll, when the recordings come out, I'll be able to post it or whatever. Careful. Listen to me. 2 things you look out for: USDA loans, rural area housing. It's going to explode. You're either going to be the guy or girl moving out to the country. You bought a house. You're like, yes, we bought it for such a low price. This is great. Or you're going to be the guy or girl who moved all the way out there and have to rent because it's the best thing you can do. Now, I just saw a beautiful girl leave her purse, and this other girl chased her down. Girl, you left your purse. Honey, when your purse got money in it, you don't leave it. When your purse got money in it, you don't leave it. When your purse don't got no money in it, oh, I forgot my purse was over here. Honey, I just looked at her like, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the building. Yeah, your purse got money in it, you ain't leaving it. Let me see what I say real quick, and then I gotta get out here because I got 3 more people to call. Folks don't listen when you're not done up. Stormy Wellington blasted her audience for this. It's facts. I love my country rural home. You know what, Sherry? I can believe you live in a rural area. I can believe this. There you go. Project in New York are no longer project. Luther Vandross said, a house is not a home. No one's living there. He's right. I like that. I mean, again, yeah. Teachers can make outside money too. But that's the thing. There's this kind of, oh, I'm a teacher, give me a break. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. See, I'm saying you got to think. Listen, a lot of people, and they're like, oh, you're telling people you're playing, they're going to steal it. No, they're not. No, they're not. I literally met a lady, and she built 2 of them in the area where I'm going. I said, this is amazing. She said, you want my plan? Here, I'll get the architect who draw it up. It's the attraction, the law of attraction. When you are moving, and doing things, people find you. People that are stagnant, bad energy, stubborn, gonna try to tell you how to do something. Oh no, you do it like this. I already know what's up. I got you. I got you. You stubborn. You don't listen to nobody. Cool. People can feel that funky energy on you. They can feel it. People love for taking pictures. Exactly. Create an image house. Again, check out Andy or check out Jerome Montalalo. But Cherie, Cherie, I know it's true. I keep telling y'all about government contracts, and y'all gonna start seeing some of these influencers you love so much, you think you're so great. They're gonna start telling y'all, oh, I got a government contract. I already know 7 of them. I already know 7. We be on the sam.gov too. Be like, hey, girl, hey, look at you. Hey, I apply for this one. You apply for this one. All right, listen. And why? And why? Because a lot of the people that were in social media, and again, y'all talk all this shit on people creating courses in social media, but a lot of these people labeled their businesses as consulting. So now that I had these businesses since what, 2018, 2019, 3-4 year mark, now they over there in Sam's. Qualified for government contracting. They got a standing business that made money, stimmy money selling courses, and now they can qualify for this. Come on, y'all. There's 2 girls I know buying people's businesses right now. Why? They're buying them for age, and the businesses make money. They're gonna do government contracts. I keep telling y'all, I'm telling y'all secrets right now. I know none of y'all ain't do nothing with them. So that's why I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried because I know y'all ain't gonna do nothing with them. That's all I'm just trying to say. It is. It's sad. And you know that the ground turkey is cheaper. Um, exactly. Red flag on all of it. It's low functioning. Y'all in here talking about spam. Y'all crack me up. Um, Rich people don't tell you their secrets to wealth because they would create competition. Do you believe? I do not, Mel. I do not believe this. Mel, I've been to too many masterminds. People of a certain level are going to bring you up beside them. Hey, da 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 da, let's do this. Right? People of a certain level that, again, there's this, I'll put it to you this way. I knew a man, and all the people were doing different parts. One dude was doing tile, one dude was doing walls, one dude was doing paint, one dude was doing flooring, one dude was doing this. And they all had the same boss. Now, they all Hispanic. They asked their boss some questions to help them, get more jobs. He didn't want to answer them. He wanted to hold back the information. Right? I'm going to hold this information. I can't tell them this information. Well, the guys end up talking to each other. They're Hispanic. They're going to connect. They're going to, hey, man, let me show you this is how we do it. I found out how to do it. Now they started bidding contracts, and they don't even have that boss no more. They connect and listen. One finger can't beat a fist. Your one finger can't beat a fist. If 5 people are in a room together and they're every day pushing and applying for government contracts, those 5 people together, let's say they all applying for the same contract. Let's just go there. They're all applying for the same contract, doing the same pricing. Right? Right? Do you understand what I'm telling you? Okay, good. It don't matter who get the contract. They're going to do what? Sub it to each other or do work together. Because why? It's hard to find workers. It's hard to find stuff. There's no shortage of money in this world. That scarcity mentality thing is, if somebody was wealthy, why would they tell you what they're doing? Y'all, that shit will get you right eating at the cookout, complaining about rich people next week. Period. Listen, everything you want to know the rich know is in a book. Guess what? We don't read. I'm telling y'all, when I went over there to that American Bank of Texas, I gave that man that bank book that I sell on here. He said, who told you how to put this together? Who showed you how to do this? I said, man, I can't tell you that. He said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. You go over here to my friend over here, get that hard money loan, come back in here, I'll cash out, refinance you. There's a language that is being spoken. It's out here. Y'all just aren't, to get access to some of the stuff y'all want to talk about, it will require money. These people are like, oh, I can't believe these people selling courses. You know why? Because every time him 500 and all these people say stuff online, that's truth. That's out here telling y'all secrets that people are using to get ahead. Oh, he's scamming. It's a fraud. It's fraud. There's no way. It can't be. I saw Nas the Guru on a channel talking about how he made $1 million a year, and everybody in the comments about he don't look like a millionaire. A millionaire would have a crisp haircut and good clothes. This is the idiocy people are talking about. This is how I can still find all these people that are listening to overweight, big black men giving very basic, generic conversation, but they like, yeah, brother, you the good. And then here I come saying, Erica, F you, man. Shut your fat ass up, man. Blah, blah. Like literally, I'm giving you the levels to it, and you're like, oh man, Erica, bump you. Because I'm not saying it the way you want. I'm not kissing your ass. I know it's true. I already know it's true. But here's the thing. I got to go because I've got 3 more calls before my show later. 6:40 tonight, Texas time. Come ask Andy by his houses and Miss D Notes. Ask them credit questions and building questions. Ask them for yourself. Ask them for themselves. That's what you should do. We still have links. You can go on Calendly.com. If anybody in here is a sub, they can put it in here. But if not, it's all good. It'll be in the description. And also we'll post it in the community tab. But I just want to be very, I want y'all to think. Think, Amir. Wealthy people don't care sharing with people that are going to do something. If you're not going to do something with it, they're not wasting their time. Why waste their time? Why throw your pearls before swine? We all know. Black people, you got to be entertaining. You got to be shucking and jiving. You got to be doing backflips. You got to be cutting up. You got to be laughing. It's got to be lowbrow. You already seen Logic Spirit tell him multiple years he was trying to talk about cryptocurrency, and they were like, man, get out of here, talk about money. We just want to talk about women. And he made money. Even though all this crypto's down, he made money. How? Mindset. Money mindset. Being focused. Putting it through. A lot of y'all ain't really ready for that. Y'all not ready for it. Everybody talking. That's the point. McDonald's got free advertising this weekend. I actually think some of it's staged, but you know, we can't say that in the Black community. Oh, no way, man, no way. So anyways, you guys, this is your girl Erica from the Classic Line Blog. Go create abundance. Go create value. If you create abundance and you create value and you get something and you build on it, this is where the money is. All right, y'all. Have a great day. I'll see y'all at 6:40 with Andy.